the weekend obviously isn't. So, Greg, here we are, just about a week into the NBA season. The regular season comes at you fast.
I mean, the games start coming fast and furiously right out of the gate. But you wonder how we made it through summer without getting to see any NBA action.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Out on the perimeter, Wallace and Williams. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. And it's Gilgeous Alexander in at the point guard position. Here's Hartenstein.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And here's SGA. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. No good on the triple. And, Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Bermuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And the Thunder making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. So the Thunder, their last game, a loss to the Pacers in Indy. And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. We talked about Jalen Williams and what he wanted to see from his team defensively against him. He told me we just have to be aware of where he is at all times. The second you lose sight of him, that's when he'll torch you. We all got to be on the same page. It seems like Williams will be a central focus for them tonight. Guys, back to you.
Thank you once again, Allie.
Sometimes you just have to throw it up to an athlete and let him do the rest. That's a great finish from Johnson.
Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And a wide open look for SGA. That 3 off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Pass to Flash. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Let's send it over to the sideline for some news on Chet Holmgren. Allie, take it away.
Guys, I was able to catch up with Oklahoma City's head athletic trainer, and apparently nothing too serious. A whack on that hand resulting in some bruising and some soreness. Still, they're not the same without the play he brings. So 100% or not, he's back on the court. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. We appreciate the update.
Yeah, so much changes around the league year to year, but the danger and impact of injury remains largely the same. It's not enough to be good. You gotta be lucky, too.
And the Hawks with possession here. After the missed 3 from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Pass to Caruso. Inside, and they get it. Williams can't get it to go.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result. Well, he's a bit of an undersized center, but right there, Okongwu makes up for it with his athleticism.
43 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And really, this is a team that expects to beat everyone when they step on the floor, but they were only able to split the series last year.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to specific matchups and style of play. Sometimes you have a difficulty with a team that shouldn't be on your level.
Mitchell, he's checked in for the Thunder. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Hartenstein passes to Mitchell. Caruso looking for an opening. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Mitchell outside. Pass to SGA. Gets it off. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a very convincing performance here from the Hawks so far.
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Flash, and it's Daniels in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And how about the emergence, Stan, of Dyson Daniels as an elite wing defender?
Yeah, look, Kevin, I think what happened with Dyson Daniels is he just got a chance to step into more playing time, and as he got that consistent time, he showed that he's not only one of the best defenders in this league, but he's got more offensive skill than people thought he had also.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. Atlanta with the rebound. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Yeah, they had a good game plan, executed it well, and they didn't let the crowd affect it.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. With players signing rich extensions, highlighted by Devin Booker's 2-year, $145 million max contract, we're quickly approaching a time when so-called supermax players will be making over $1 million per game. As shocking as it sounds, the reality is that the best players are already worth more than that to their teams.
It's all about results. Thanks so much for the report, Shams. Here's gailious, rips it home after the terrific move.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires, high post. That's good on the jump shot. SGA's got his first bucket of the night.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Baseline J on the way. Flash misses. Thunder trailing by 14. And last season, the Thunder with the best record in the NBA, and Greg, the best point differential in NBA history.
How about eclipsing the 71 Lakers that were led by the great Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West? And OKC started that season as the youngest team in the league. Needless to say, we've never seen anything like it.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Hartenstein's checked in for Oklahoma City. Williams comes in for Mitchell. Both good from the line that time. Stan, March 2025 marked the passing of the great Dikembe Mutombo. 4 of his 8 All-Star appearances came as an Atlanta Hawk.
And he also won back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards in Atlanta. 4 in total over the course of his career. A tremendous player, but even more importantly, a humanitarian and a statesman for the game.
Here's gailious. SGA defending. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot is good off the back rim and in. 25 points for Flash.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, how about that slam?
Somebody got their feelings hurt on that one.
Incredible.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
Yeah, they did a great job of controlling the pace throughout the game and keeping the defense on their heels.
SGA kicks to Holmgren. Rebound by Alexander Walker. The Hawks leading by 18. Gailious. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Outside Williams. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Clock at 6. The Thunder with another miss.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting performance.
From deep, SGA. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Here's Gailious. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Hawks on top. They lead by 18. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
I'm here with Coach Quinn Snyder, and Coach, you're getting stopped.
Thanks, Allie. Much appreciated. Halftime now, and we'll be back to get the third quarter underway in just a moment.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
It's classic Showtime. The way they're running the break looks like the 1980s of the Lakers.
And this score reminds you of some of those old Lakers games. What a dominant performance so far. And shifting our focus now, a breakdown of the injuries around the league.
The Wizards' rotation's affected by injury. Trae Young is unavailable, and boy, that's a guy you'll miss. That focal point of the offense, he has the deep range, he shoots in traffic with the floater, all kind of creative shots. Man, that's a big loss.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Flash has been exceptional here, guys.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good actor. He sells fouls really well.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's who Mark Daigneault is going to put out there to start the second half. At the guard spots, we'll be seeing Gilgeous-Alexander and Wallace. Holmgren plays at the 4, with Hartenstein at the center spot. And it's Williams at the 3. And Flash gets it to go.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Pass to Williams. And here is Holmgren. Hartenstein with a screen on Johnson. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. SGA's got 7.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
Hawks passing it around. Fires the 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. And it's Williams with the ball for the Thunder. They trail by 18. And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge. Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust.
Okongwu. He's coming off an excellent season. Last season, he averaged 13 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Well, it's because he's someone that understands his role. He plays with confidence and helps provide stability when he's on the floor.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the bucket.
And after a lackluster first half, he's playing with a lot more energy now. Sometimes it takes that break to reset.
On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Daniels. Wallace against Daniels. Wallace kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace the pass to Hartenstein. And the layup is good.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
And last year, coach, for the Hawks ended in disappointment. But they're feeling good about this roster.
Well, they've assembled some exciting young talent, a real depth of talent at the forward positions. Once they mature, they could be dangerous.
Pulls it from the elbow. Williams for 3. Kicks it out to Holmgren. The three-pointer, no good.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Daniels using that vision.
Thunder trailing by 19. SGA looking it over. Got a piece of it. Here's gailious. 37 points for him. The shot that time not on target. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Pass to SGA. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Thunder shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
Gilgeous-Alexander at the line for 1.
And the technical free throw is good.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from 14. The Thunder with another miss. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Hawks lead by 18. And right after this, a chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago in the huddle.
Let's just keep playing with the same intensity, okay? On misses, you guys really run in space. Anyone can bring it.
Well, he's trying to get them to maintain that edge right now.
And solid advice from Coach Snyder, wanting his squad to remain engaged.
And 1/4 to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Flash out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Daniels in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Ball stolen. Here's gailious.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Thunder. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. SGA's got 5 points now in the quarter.
No 3-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
gailious, another 3 for Atlanta.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Alex Caruso. Williams, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Case and Wallace in for Mitchell. Oklahoma City shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Pass to Wallace. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. From deep, pass GA. Atlanta with the rebound. Flash has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Williams comes with a double team. Here's Johnson. Here's gailious. Shot clock at 6. Johnson with a screen on Wallace. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside. And stolen by Okongwu. And there's another turnover by Atlanta.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Here's McCain. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Atlanta leading by 23. Here's gailious. Another one goes. Incredible.
My goodness. 50 for the 8.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Now, here's Mitchell. He's covered closely. The Thunder with another miss.
Looking to answer the 3 from the other end. Maybe too eager there.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Hawks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Flash.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
McCain gets a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Into the lane. Flash misses. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Dort. Caruso kicks to Dort. There's the lob to Dort. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And you gotta like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah,
and another one falls.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. And so Atlanta takes this one